and Technology. Dr. Maria currently serves as Director of the Business Incubation Center at Lahore College of Women University, where the Khadijatul Kubra Business Incubation Center focuses on empowering aspiring women entrepreneurs in Pakistan. Thank you very much for joining. Mr. Numan Ahmed Zafar is an accomplished professional with degrees in electrical engineering from the University of Pennsylvania. With a career expanding over a decade, he has gained extensive experience in software solution services and design, contributing to projects across Pakistan, UAE, China, and USA. Currently serving as the project director in the National Incubation Center at LUMS and a full-time faculty member in LUMS School of Science and Engineering. Thank you, sir. We have invited Mr. Hamad bin Abdul Khalik, but I think due to his some important meetings, we have Ms. Hira Yusuf with us. Please join us. Thank you. Mr. Faizan Khalid, an accomplished educationist with an entrepreneurial mindset, holds a master's degree in management from University of Nottingham. With a keen focus on incubation centers both in Pakistan and internationally, he currently serves as the director of TAKLEED, the Business Incubation Center at UCT. Thank you, sir. Please join us.
So I would like to start the panel discussion with a very close-ended question, and either a yes or no you can answer, and it will be हम सब panelists से जो है इस बारे में राय देंगे, और वो ये है कि how will you assess the crucial role of the business incubation centers in Pakistan, especially who are working in the campus of some universities and innovation? How are you satisfied with it? Yes or no? Dr. Shazia, are you satisfied with overall? We are not discussing about your particular universities, we are discussing about the overall picture.
To some extent I would say yes, and to a large extent I would say no.
अच्छा, अगर हम इसको लिखित स्केल के ऊपर रखें, आपका जो सेटिस्फैक्शन लेवल है फ्रॉम 1 to 10 कहाँ पे रेट करेंगे?
I would say we fall at 4 as a nation.
At 4. 4. Okay. Sir, what about Dr. Bilal?
I would rate it, if you want a rating response, not more than 2.
Not more than 2.
Yes.
Okay.
But if you want a definite answer, I would say no.
No.
No, I'm not satisfied.
You are not satisfied.
We have lots of potential which is being wasted, and I think we can do much better even in this current ecosystem which we are not able to do. So there is something wrong.
Okay. And this is basically what we are trying
Yes.
to explain. Dr. Maria, what about you?
Well, I would rate it 5.
You would rate it 5?
Yeah. Do you want the reason why so?
इसको हम देख सकते हैं.
Okay, that's fine.
Namaz Afisar.
Indeed, I would also rate it at 5 at this point in time, and again, we can go into the reasons in more detail.
Okay.
I would have a little different opinion with respect to the panel. I would rate it very high. The reason for that is that it's just 10 years that we have started, and it's a very nascent industry and incubation centers in Pakistan, and they're just shaping up. For the last 10 years, I think I would rate it 7 or 8. We've done well, but I think there's a huge scope that we can work on in the future. But as of now, with the Pakistan's context, I think it's doing good.
I think to some extent the bids in Pakistan universities, they are doing well, so I would rate it 6, but of course there is obviously scope for improvement, and considering all the technological advancement, there is so much more in the bids can do.
Okay, Dr. Bilal Mirza, you have rated very good. How you have the exposure and experience with the international bids as well, so where are we lacking?
So there's a pattern in the response. You can see from very negative to very positive.
Okay.
This is a huge point as well. So I think we have been able to solve one very crucial part of the puzzle, and that is to have an important component within the university ecosystem, and that is the big business incubation center. There is no doubt about it. It's very important. But at a national level, we are not able to realize that solving or promoting entrepreneurship does not actually is having BICs at campus. I mean, it has to have, first, the foremost is the mindset change which we need to have. I have been engineering schools a lot of time. I have worked in GIK. In my current university, I am also working with engineers. I'm not focusing only on engineers, but overall, what we have noticed that the startup mindset among the faculty members is just not there. And that is because the incentive systems are not structured in a manner that can promote startups working as a faculty member. That's one very important. So there's a policy level intervention required by the Higher Education Commission, by the Ministry of Education, by other relevant stakeholders, even the universities, because universities are not also used to have this kind of ecosystem where faculty member is performing not only teaching and research tasks, but also running their own businesses. So this is something which induces conflict of interest from the university side. But that's one area which I think we lack seriously. The second most important component which is being lacked at university level is that having new startups is good, but you also need to have companies at campus, because those companies actually work as mentoring or knowledge hubs or R&D hubs for those budding startups, budding entrepreneurs, which require lots of hand-holding, lots of coaching. I would like to mention my own university. What we have done is we have a specific technology park at campus, which is not only connected with the incubation center, but also with the departments and the labs they have. So the companies which are housed, we have got 4 companies at the moment. We have the biggest NSTP company at our campus, National Science and Technology Park company, which was there. They shifted at our campus in Haripur. And this is something which is not actually prevalent in our national universities. If you ask me how many universities have technology parks, probably less than 5. Across 200 universities, just 5 have at the moment realized that this is something which we need to have. And that is only possible, that's not even again without policy intervention, because government is offering special perks and privileges to the universities and to the industry housing their companies at startups at campus. So that's the main, you can say, honey trap for the companies. But BICs were not having any incentive at one point of stage. I mean, when we started BICs, 2014-15, I was involved in UCT also, having this BIC strategized and then executed. BIC was not incentivized at that time. Now even most of the universities are incentivizing BICs and the startups being housed. Even then the performance is very so-so. I would tend to agree with the neutral grade, but still I think there's a lot of scope, as Fazan has mentioned. There's something which we are missing and which should have been done at least 3 to 4 years ago in this period. Thank you.
If you put the question to Mr. Fazan, is that why the BICs on the international level, they are ahead of us?
It's not just BICs, but generally there are many other things that are ahead of us. So BICs is again, Punjab government starting off the initiative of Plan 9, and then the federal government coming in, and then universities learning from that. So I think all of us in the ecosystem are still trying to learn that what's the right mechanism to go about it. As Dr. Bilal also said, that having some companies, all of it helps the young startups, young entrepreneurs. इस तरह की चीज़ें आहिस्ता आहिस्ता हमने देखा कि टेक्नोलॉजी पार्क्स बन रहे हैं और कंपनी हाउस हो रही हैं as part of the incubation center. So we are trying to pick up the pace with regards to learning from BICs around the globe. बट ग्लोबली भी हम जो देखते हैं ना जिन इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर्स के साथ हम कंपैरिजन कर रहे हैं तो मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर सेल्फ सस्टेनेबल इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर्स, दे आर नॉट पार्ट और दे आर नॉट हाउस्ड एट यूनिवर्सिटीज. अगर आप यूनिवर्सिटी हाउस्ड बिग्स को देखिए, आई हैव सीन सम इन यूके, इन यूरोप, they also face similar struggles, they also have similar issues. So in that category I see we can very much align with the problems that we face today.
Can we summarize that the bids on the international level, they are working parallel to universities or they are working outside the influence of universities?
They are outside, they are mostly outside the influence of university. They are self-sustainable, funded by the venture capitalists or other organizations. So some of them are run by universities also, but they are not very far ahead. They have similar problems जो हम यहाँ पे face करते हैं.
इसका मतलब है पाकिस्तान में जो बिग्स हैं वो ज़्यादातर जो है यूनिवर्सिटीज में ही ऑपरेट करते हैं.
Universities में भी operate कर रहे हैं, but they are government funded. We have Plan 9 also, we have MICs also. These are different forms of formats. Their funding is different. Their scope of work is different.
Okay, when we talk about the universities, let's ask the opinion from Dr. Shah. आप इस पर जो रिफर इंटरनेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी में देख रही हैं बिजनेस इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में जो बिग्स हैं उनको इंटरनल क्या चैलेंजेस हैं? ये कि जो बिग्स हमने इस्टेब्लिश किए हैं यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में, क्या ये दे आर जस्ट फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स और दे आर, या ये सिर्फ ऑडिट के स्कोर कार्ड पूरे करने के लिए मौजूद है या ये बाकी कोई इम्पैक्ट भी क्रिएट कर रहा है? आपका क्या ख्याल है?
Thank you, Sir. I would like to say here that we don't have a space for big, but we have one big. So I'm always positive when I initiated the idea 2 years back. I went to the top management, I went to my faculty, I went to the administration asking for the space. And everyone says that space is not available, and the faculty says that if the space is not available, how we can run a center? I said the center is in the air and the IT is in the air, so let's start with the IT ventures. We can groom our students and provide such skill set to our students that they can earn money. We need to localize the concept of entrepreneurship. We don't want to go globally, but we would like to go locally. So what we initially did, we trained them on certain Google certifications so that they get familiar with how to do certain earning, they can earn money to certain platforms by doing certain projects. You are all familiar with various websites that are offering such services in Pakistan as well. So the student, they were taking help from the faculty members. So one day I got a message from a student and he said that I have earned $85 and the credit goes to our teacher, Epasham, who is now in Mississippi. He was the one who actually started with me at that time back in 2016. तो मेरा कहने का मकसद ये है कि हम चीज़ों को बहुत बड़ी पिक्चर में लेके जाते हैं, जबकि हमें उसे मैं बच्चों से कहती हूँ जो मेरा बिजनेस इनोवेशन मॉडल है, या हम कहते हैं मॉडल बिजनेस मॉडल होना क्या चाहिए हमारा, दैट इज स्टार्ट अ प्रोजेक्ट, स्टार्ट अर्निंग मनी with zero investment. And let me tell you that students are paying their thesis through this model, because mediocre बच्चे हमारी majority जो है वो middle income and low income groups में से लोग ज़्यादा आते हैं, जो parents pay भी कर रहे हैं, they are paying it in a very hard way. So the point here is the biggest challenge is resources, you can say. The second biggest challenge is I found that the involvement of females in such projects. So we encourage them. जिसमें हम कहते हैं SDG goals की भी हम बात कर रहे हैं, तो inclusion जो gender inclusiveness है, that is very low inside. Though the government is providing different initiatives, schemes that can get there. So what we did was we made their teams, we encouraged them to go to different markets and explore what they can do. तो आज़म मार्केट भी बच्चियाँ गई, वो बच्चियाँ अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ, शालनी भी गई और वहाँ पे उन्होंने शॉपकीपर्स के साथ अपना बिजनेस मॉडल भी सेट किया, and they are channelizing it through their Insta and Facebook pages, and the profit is shared accordingly. जो उन्होंने आपस में mutually decide किया. With zero investment, the time is your investment. और बच्चों के पास बहुत टाइम हो, वो बजाय और कामों पे लगे, उनको इन कामों पे लगाना चाहिए. राइट फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में आप बिजनेस प्लान बनाएं, सेकंड सेमेस्टर ऑनवर्ड्स दे शुड बी either upscaling their existing businesses, because many comes from the business background as well, or either take initiative to start their own businesses. So I think there is a will, there is a way.
There is a will.
There is a will.
Dr. Maria, you are heading the business incubation that is particularly focused on women entrepreneurship, as known as Quebec. जो हम देखते हैं उमूमन अक्सर क्लासेस में कि ये होता है ट्रेंड की जो टॉपर्स हैं वो उमूमन लड़कियां हैं, लेकिन जब बिजनेस आइडियाज़ की बात आती है वो जो है वो हैंडमेड दुपट्टास, हैंड पेंट दुपट्टास और जो है वो कप केक से आगे नहीं जा रही है. तो आपकी तरफ क्या सिचुएशन है, व्हाट डू यू थिंक ओवरऑल? हम इसको बात कर रहे हैं नॉट पर्टिकुलरली टू योर यूनिवर्सिटीज़ की, क्या ये जो मिक्स हैं दे आर जस्ट फिलिंग द ब्लैंक्स और बाकी कुछ तो हो रहा है?
First मैं यही देख रही थी कि all private sector is here and we are the government sector and women only.
और उसके अलावा आपके पास डबल एज है, एक भी आप पब्लिक सेक्टर है, आपको HEC की फंडिंग भी मिल जाएगी, ठीक है, और उसके अलावा रैंकिंग में भी आ जाते हैं, फिर आप लोग जो है वो जेंडर इंक्लूजन वाला जो एलिमेंट को भी
Exactly. I was going towards that point. हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी में बेसिकली women only है, we have a lot of potential. The simple example is that if you see the expos or software competitions, we are usually winning the first prizes. Even in sports, the national sports, if you see the teams, the women from NCW are there. Similarly, if you look at the arts department, if you go to the major governmental departments, our artists are there. And we are materializing them. Recently, we have developed a wall in NCW and we are promoting that for entrepreneurship. And off the record, our students are earning a lot. It is not just limited to the cupcakes and the clothing. They are actually working in the technical areas. If you look at the engineering discipline, computer science, for example, Mindstorm, recently we sold them some games in the Mindstorm, and Mindstorm is a very up to the mark software company. And RBSoft, that is on our panel. Similarly, in the electrical engineering, CRP, architecture, biotechnology, we have international funding. So in that technical perspective, women are there. But I will agree with Bilal when he was talking about the mindset. Men are very much clear. They are going to earn and they are going to score. For women's side, what problem we face is the uncertainty. They are not very sure. They will be like, if we take a survey, in the 4th, 5th, 6th semester, and you ask them what you are going to do. They say, okay, if the next person will allow, we will do a job. If our family will support, we will do the job. So for us, it is a double-edged knife. We have to train them, we have to change their mindset, bring them and give them some sort of surety that even if you are staying at home, you are going to get benefit. And that's why we are also promoting digital skills in e-roads.
Okay, so our next point of view will be just cover करेंगे वो ये कि कितनी acceptance है सोसाइटी में, लेकिन उसके ऊपर हम बाद में बात करेंगे. तो अभी क्वेश्चन ये हो रहा है प्रधान साहब, do you think कि हमारे जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं इनके पास entrepreneurial mindset है? ये जो जनरेशन जिसको हम पढ़ा रहे हैं मेजॉरिटी जो है ये आप लोग ज़्यादातर 2000 की बात कर रहे हो? Yes. ठीक है, तो मेजॉरिटी ऑफ देम आर मिलेनियल्स, ठीक है. तो आप लोगों ने आँख खोली होगी, तो आप लोगों ने जो है वो कंप्यूटर्स और मोबाइल फोन जो है वो आप लोगों ने यूज़ कर रहे होंगे. तो लेकिन दे आर हैवीली इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय टिकटॉक एंड यूट्यूबर्स इन्फ्लुएंसर्स, ठीक है. अब यहाँ के पर हम देखते हैं क्लास में से स्टूडेंट हमें आज़ाद चाय वाला का रेफरेंस भी दे रहे हैं. वी डोंट नीड एनी डिग्री, वी डोंट नीड फलाना वगैरह, ठीक है. लेकिन क्या एंटरप्रेन्योरल माइंडसेट है, और अगर नहीं है तो क्यों है, क्या रीज़न?
कुछ लोगों में अब ये आहिस्ता आहिस्ता एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप भी ऐसी चीज़ है जो कि ग्लैमराइज ऐसे हुई है कुछ सालों में. आपने इंटरनेशनली लोग देखे हैं, लोकली हमने देखा है इस तरह के इनिशिएटिव जो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप को प्रमोट कर रहे हैं. फिर आहिस्ता आहिस्ता हमने देखे हुए लोगों के अंदर एक एंटरप्रेन्योरल माइंडसेट बनना शुरू हुआ. लेकिन मुझे ये भी लगता है कि ये जो हम बिग्स की बात करते हैं, इट इज़ नॉट जस्ट दैट द नेम इटसेल्फ हैज़ इंक्यूबेशन इन इट. But I think the goal of the center should not just be providing incubation, rather we should zoom it out. we should zoom it out and think of how are we promoting entrepreneurship, and incubation is just one element of it. So at the frame what we started doing at UCP was that incubation is just one product that we are offering. But how can we inculcate such values, such information? अब आजकल देखें नॉर्मली शायद स्टार्टअप में नहीं आएगा, बट a lot of people are doing into freelancer and digital based services, skill based services. वो खुद काम करते हैं, खुद काम करते हैं अपने लिए, they are earning revenue. So I think that is also entrepreneurship. जरूरी नहीं है कि आपने 2-4 लोगों के साथ कोई स्टार्टअप ही शुरू करना है, बट इफ यू आर वर्किंग फॉर योरसेल्फ, तो इस तरह के हमने कोई इनिशिएटिव समझने शुरू किए कि हम स्टूडेंट्स को कैसे इनेबल कर सकते हैं ऑफ ऑल द डिफरेंट थिंग्स दैट दे कैन गेट इनटू, कॉम्पिटिशन टाइप चीज़ें जिस तरह आप करते हैं, तो आज पूरी एक्सपीरियंस को गेमिफाई कैसे करना है, कौन से हम किस तरह के सेशन उनके लिए, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग जिस तरह आपने बताया कि टेक्नोलॉजी आज बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ की जा रही है, या